Hello everyone. If you're just starting out in KCD2 and you're dirt poor like I was, this trick will be the fastest way you can make money early in the game. You obviously can grind and repeat this and be a millionaire, but that can be boring and time consuming, because doing this once already gives a hefty amount of money to begin with. In any case, let me show you how. You can see here I'm absolutely dirt poor, and I'm at the very beginning. I have discovered nothing and haven't ventured outside of the first town. So first thing to mark is this trader here. Here's our guy. And he's here on the map. It's best to have a savior schnapps, which you can buy from him. Or, if you want, you can abuse the game's save and quit option. You just want to save before you do something naughty, especially at the start because your thieving skill is probably going to be low. The first part of this method is quick and easy, so you can just start with that to make some quick cash. But there's an extra part I'll discuss at the end that will boost your income even more by an insane amount. Let's start with the first part. First thing you want to do is to find this hut, which has a free bed. Here it is on the map. Now we're gonna sleep till a bit after midnight. This is when everybody's asleep, except obviously the guards. And get up and head over here to this building. That's where the bailiff is. You need to sneak through a bit, because at night, if you're not carrying a torch and a guard sees you, you're in trouble. There's a guard here that doesn't sleep or move, and a few patrolling the area with torches. There's a few of them and they're pretty easy to avoid. Now we'll go up the stairs here, and this is when we need to use the schnapps or the save and quit. If you go here and hit save game, this will use the schnapps. Or if you don't have it, you can use the save and quit option. It just means you have to restart the game. Now that you're ready, we're gonna rob this guy. Probably your first time. Basically, you hold the button, you get this timer, and you don't want it to go red. That's too far. The number is the time you have to fiddle in his pockets before you have to quit. If you push it or stay in his pockets for too long, he wakes up and you're in trouble. So you open this window and the time counts down. You want to take his key and you'll see question marks. But the key is nearly always at the bottom, the furthest away. You click on the question mark once to reveal it and click again to loot it. Then you go back to the top to this exit door and hit stop before the time ends. And now you have the key. 2 steps away in this room is this delicious chest. You use the key to open it, and voila. You'll have a bunch of random valuables here, and some cash too. You can take all this like the honest man you are. We are not done. There's more. We go back down the stairs, and head to the right to the courtyard. And this room here is locked. And it's very hard to pick. But that key opens that one too. Have some manners and close the door behind you. And in here, this chest has a ton of guard equipment, all yours in the middle of the night. This is the first simple part of our loop. You can end your nightly adventures here and go back to the hut and sleep. Remember to avoid the guards on your way back. Especially now you're carrying all this loot, you will be over encumbered. But the hut is not too far away, it's a pretty easy walk back. The next morning, if you go to the trader I mentioned at the beginning, he will buy this shit from you. He has no honor. But because they're marked as stolen, with this symbol here, he will give you way less than you deserve. So to fix that, we go back to the bed and sleep. And once 2 or 3 days pass, most of the gear will lose the stolen mark. Be careful though, sleeping and waiting for too long will make you hungry. And if you have fresh food on you, you're wasting 3 days and the food will go bad. You can get food poisoned if you make that mistake. So make sure you eat the fresh food first, or have dried food as that lives longer. You can buy that too from the same trader. Now if you go back to him, he'll take your stuff for full price. Even the ones remaining with the stolen marker can be smuggled in without a penalty. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but that's how it is. I'm also not sure the fact that he buys the items means he's safe. There could be an effect of him still knowing that you had stolen goods, and maybe he's telling on you. So to be safe, make sure you sleep long enough for the stolen markers to be clear from all the items. I'll show you at the end why I think that, but that will be something to be careful about. Also remember, he has a limited amount of money, so once he's out, he can't buy more stuff, so you might need to sleep again. But also, you do need to buy schnapps from him and some dried food, so you will be spending again. and he'll be able to make some money back. Then you can sell more stuff. You can also build a reputation with him and haggle to get even more money. That's another mechanic with traders. Every successful transaction will increase your rep with him, and every failure, if you haggle too unreasonably, will piss him off and reduce his rep. So with time and constant trades, the traders will give you more value when buying and selling. Now that's the first part of our loop. After the few days you slept, the guards obviously realized what happened and changed their keys, so you have to steal them again. Now the extra part I mentioned requires another robbery that's a bit harder, but you don't care because now you have at least some money to buy schnapps. We'll do the same as before, go to sleep, wake up after midnight, go up the stairs and rob the first guard, take his key, and go back down to the courtyard. We can skip the second door for now, because it's wise to be conservative with the weight, because we're going to be carrying a lot more stuff. That first key we got opens this door too. What a legend. Now you go up here, there's a scribe sleeping, and he's the jackpot. He does require some higher skill in thieving to rob him, or else you won't have time and fail more often. He's a light sleeper, and you need to steal 2 keys from him. That's why it might be wise to skip this in your first couple of loops or something. Both of his keys are usually at the bottom too. And if we get both keys, we don't need to lockpick anything for the next part. Lockpicking is harder and riskier, but with robbing, this is much easier and straightforward. Now we go back out and up the stairs here, and enter the bailiff's room. And the scribe key we got opens this lovely chest. This chest will have a random chunky amount of money and tons of books. You can read the books to level up the relevant topic skill. Then when you're done with the books, you can sell them back for a good price. Win-win. And they also weigh nothing. Very realistic. We can open this chest too, which has a random amount of goodies. And there's this cupboard. And this dresser too. And now you have even more stuff that's marked as stolen. You go to sleep for a few days and sell it all. Now for the warning I mentioned, this happened and it only did once.
It was you! Now I'll show you. You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, we'll deal with your unruliness in the pillory.
And that was after I slept for a couple of days. So most of my gear was not marked stolen anymore. I was never seen or tripped any alerts whatsoever. So the only reason this will happen, I assume, is that the trader might be telling on us. In fact, there is a guard sitting in his shop on the left 24/7. But it wasn't a big deal. In fact, he took just a few items and then I paid a little fine and the problem's gone away.
I don't want any trouble.
Now show me what you've got. Let's see if you have anything stolen on you.
All right. Have a look then.
Well, well. What do we have here? This is obviously stolen. I'm confiscating it, all right? That, along with indulgence, should be enough. But I don't want to see anything like that again.
So if you remember, I started with nothing. I think I did 2 or 3 cycles with the first easy part, and 1 cycle with the scribe and bailiff's house. After selling stuff, equipping the best gear I found from these stolen goods, and buying quite a bit of food and schnapps from the trader, I'm sitting with a net income of more than 1,700. This took roughly 15 to 20 minutes, and if you don't want to be a millionaire, this could be all you need to do to get a convenient start to the game. Nevertheless, if I find a quicker or easier method to make money further in the game, I'll make a video about it too. If you made it this far, I hope you found this guide helpful, and if you'd like to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the like, sub, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.